What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled Men Don't Have to Be Chivalrous. Spawning from a conversation a couple of days ago with a friend where, I was talking about laziness maybe a few days ago. And this idea that, the people hold, being a man, you have a certain gender role, and this entitlement to men being chivalrous without thinking that, we're socialized to be chivalrous. We're socialized to take care of people. We're socialized to sacrifice for people. We're socialized to be selfless. We're socialized to go to work and provide and quote unquote and protect and all those things. But at some point that becomes a choice that we make to do it. So we don't have to be chivalrous. Part of the MGTOW thing is the ideology of I don't have to do this, because people have seem to forget that once you expect something of a person without appreciating the sacrifices that person made to fulfill whatever job they need to fulfill to better you, all bets are off. Take into consideration providing for people, right? Self-preservation is the law of the land, not preserving or helping to preserve other people. So these men don't have to be chivalrous and help provide for you. This is a choice they make. So it's sometimes a logical decision, sometimes a heart decision, but it is a decision that they make. This is what I'm gonna do. It's a responsibility that they take on. And when people start to believe that, he's gonna do this and he's gonna do that and he has to do this and nobody, children are expected to grow and and learn how to follow rules and work in society and be productive. They're expected to make mistakes, but they're also expected to learn from those mistakes, grow, be better, and grow into adults who can take care of themselves. So there isn't an expectation that they could just do whatever they want and their parents are going to just provide. With men, it's kind of like everybody thinks they, in all groups of adults, every group of adults, when it comes to traditional men or competent men, the other groups of adults, whether they be men or women, want to all be robed and swear that the traditional men have to be chivalrous, the competent men have to be chivalrous, while everybody else is just doing whatever they want to do, right? Without thinking that no, they don't. See, if you're grown and you're gonna do whatever you want to do with the fallback plan of, but this person is bound to be chivalrous and be traditional and be old school and pick up the pieces and fix these mistakes and do this, that, and the third, then yeah, you're not gonna, a lot of people are gonna be falling on their face because of this. This is the idea about, and I hate to bring this up, but protection. Every man has to protect everybody. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't have to be chivalrous. We can make judgment calls and choices like, I'm not helping nobody, or I'm not helping you, or I don't even feel like it, because everybody else does the same thing, right? Out of self-preservation to a degree. The same thing goes to when it comes to this idea, a man should never put his hands on a woman, but women could just do all kinds of stuff to guys. Men don't have to abide by that. We choose to, but we don't have to. And the idea that you're just going to take that for granted and just do whatever you feel like, hit guys, kick guys, spit on guys, and just think, oh, you really think this is going to end well? Like, you really think this guy just has to sit there and take it? No. Men don't have to be chivalrous. They choose to be. Take that truth into consideration. The part I was talking about being selfless. A guy, think about it. Somebody can invent something, create something. They don't have to employ everybody. They choose to. They need a certain amount of manpower to get things done, so they can make a product profitable. But to a degree, a lot of people are selfless to the point where they may hire more people than they need just because they want other people to eat. But they don't have to do that. Think about these, people who they can replace workers, but they don't. They don't. They choose to make sure other people are okay. It keeps society afloat, but it's a choice. They don't have to be who they are. This is to a degree why you see automation and the phasing out of jobs, because now you're dealing with people who like, I really don't need you like that. You don't appreciate anything. You're not productive. You're just sitting here being entitled, saying you don't want to be somewhere and don't want to work where in this place actually feeds your family, but you can't even appreciate that. So I don't have to keep signing these checks. Like, that's basically what's going on. Same thing with outsourcing and all that. It's not just not wanting to pay honest wages. Another thing, because we were talking about this, where when men get tired too. Men overextend themselves. We burn a candle at both ends. So when dealing with us, when people, I don't feel like doing this and I don't feel like doing that, and men don't have to be chivalrous. Men don't feel like doing a lot. You ask any man a serious question, do you feel like doing most of the stuff that you do for other people? They're gonna say no. Because they know they're not going to get anything out of it. They're not going to get anything back. People don't reciprocate. So when people just check out and shut down and move on, and people are like, well, then they become the bad guy. And it's like, how could they become the bad guy? They don't have to be that. It's to the point in our society where, part of MGTOW, men going their own way, is the same 48 laws of power rule. If they don't respect your presence, they're going to respect your absence. That's because when you're going out of your way to do things and it's not respected, you don't do them anymore. And, people might hate your guts while you're doing things for them, but then respect you when you're gone because they realize you didn't have to be as selfless or chivalrous as you were. You're not going to get that kind of treatment out in the world that you thought you were going to get. And, lastly is the entitlement part. Sometimes expecting these guys to be chivalrous, you put yourself on a pedestal like they're beneath you, right? And you forget that, all you bringing to the table is an appetite, and you ain't even bringing your own utensils. Because for some odd reason, them doing the things that they're doing make them your servant, maybe not even in your mind, but in your actions. So when these guys realize that they may be tired of you coming to the table with nothing but an appetite and attitude. so they won't do stuff anymore. That's it. You're done, son. It's over, son. You're through, right? So I'm done with this one. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. I got to go out. I'm pushing it right now, so y'all got to excuse me. Like, share, subscribe. We out. Peace.